Little different view today, huh? So, alright, so my mic on? Yeah. Oh, hell. Do a little computer work. Talk about some local shit. And just hang out with them. Turn this fan. I got a fan in the window and I want to turn it around so when I smoke a cigarette, the smoke goes outside. But as a rule, we do not smoke in the house. But I smoke in my office because I got an exhaust fan. You dig? Moving shit around left and right here, God damn it. Busy day yesterday, what with filming and editing and the whole moto vlog that you guys did not watch. I did not really have time to put my shit away. So I'm doing that now. Fucking right, I'm good. Crazy shit happening over this way, man. Hey, what's up, new Barney? Hold on. I can't fucking see him blind. At the embassy. Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, man, I'm good. Just catching up on some shit here. I did that moto vlog yesterday. Which, by the way, a lot of y'all didn't watch that. I thought it was cool. I can't spend all my time wrenching motorcycles. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy to actually go out and ride and just fart around, you know? I enjoy doing that shit. And that's pretty much what that was. I just brought my camera with me. We went out to the Pittsburgh gun show. Something different, you know. I try to hit it once. I like to hit it every time. It's here 4 times a year. I try to hit it at least once out of 4 times. Alright, so what are we doing? So, like, I'm not the biggest computer savvy motherfucker in the world here. Obviously, you know, I can turn a wrench, I can tune a fucking carburetor, I can set a set of points. You know, but the computer shit. Yeah, I know. I need one more, man. I'm at 1,999 subs. I need one more sub. So I didn't. I work like with this. I don't even have a fancy computer. You know, I got a GoPro, right? You know, got a couple of nice GoPros. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So I don't have a lot of memory in my computer, and when I make these videos, what I do to do this without spending thousands of dollars on computer equipment. I I hit it. Oh, fucking right, dude. Thank you so much. What I do here is all my footage. Okay, I store them all on these. So I enter the footage that I'm gonna make. This little crappy computer can hold like an hour of 4K footage at a time, give or take. It's just a chintzy laptop. Yeah, I know that. I mean, I got it, but I don't like computers that much to drop that kind of dough on them. You know what I'm saying? $2,000. That'd buy me a donor Sportster for the for what I want to do. A project that just might happen this winter. We might build a hardtail chopper out in the Sportster. Hey. But I'm able to do this. It just doesn't hold a whole lot of stuff. So what I do is I download my shit in there. I put it in the Clipchamp. I edit it, and after I'm done, everything goes on these, so that I can keep it if I want to go back through and use different footage. And I have this. Since I restarted this channel, I started logging by hand everything that is on every one of these and the name for the file. That way, it's easy for me to go back through. Like if I want to, like I took down my, I had a pinned video and like the channel's kind of moved a little bit. How long does it take? Not that long, really, once you get used to the rhythm of how I do what I do. Like, it took me about an hour and a half to make the video last night. And that includes the exporting time. And it's probably going to take a minute because I'm chit-chatting to y'all. But to go in through the next day and to save everything, it depends on how fast you can write. I mean, the internet here at this place is lightning fast compared to the old place, which is cool. So what I'm doing now is basically, sometimes I'll let this go for an entire week, and I really shouldn't. But what I'm doing now is I'm cleaning out the computer, getting rid of all the footage, logging it in this book and on this thumb drive. I have 50,000 of them. What I do here, I'll show you. I take a Sharpie and I write a number on them. And when they fill up, I'll number the next one. And then when I log the information, from the video into that, I'll write thumb drive 11, thumb drive 12. I'm up to 12 now at this point. I filled up. I mean, these ones are 64 gigs. I think they're 128. They hold a lot more. When I first started doing this, I bought cheap ones just because I didn't really know if I was going to get into it. But the channel has grown. Seems like you guys are liking what I'm doing. And my initial, how do you want to say, my initial pin video, shorts, it takes like 15 minutes. Yeah, shorts don't take long at all. I throw them in here and there. I technically don't like them. They get a crap ton of views and they bring you a crap ton of subs, but I technically don't like shorts because the kind of stuff that I like to do, I can't teach you how to rebuild and tune a carburetor in 3 minutes. What's my favorite one? The one that has an engine and 2 wheels. As of now, favorite one I own right now is definitely my 1995 Dyna Super Glide, and that was in my last one of my last short videos. But I own that. I own an Ultra Classic. I sold off all my Gold Wings. I had like 4 Gold Wings. I sold 2 of them, and I gave away 2 of them in a YouTube contest here. They were about 75% finished. The one was. One was a parts bike because I couldn't get a title for it. The other one, I rebuilt the carbs, rebuilt the front and rear, all 3 brake calipers, put a new stator in the engine, put it all back together. It just needed some final touches and a little bit of wiring. So we didn't really have time to finish it. We were looking for houses. We were going to move. I didn't want to try to push a 900-pound bike on a trailer. And I thought, you know what? I don't have time to finish it. I'm working too much. Let me pay it forward and give it to somebody who I know is going to fix it. So I ran a little contest on here. And, well, get back through my videos. You'll see the winner. Let me write this down. When did I make this? October 12th. So, yeah, it is. Like, it was a winter project, and I had wanted a 1500 Goldwing. This is a 1200. I wanted one for a while. I had a chance to pick one up cheap that needed a little bit of work, so I picked it up. I did my thing with it, and I enjoyed it, and then the 1200 Goldwing just sat and sat and sat. And springtime hit, I was riding more, making more videos, not really working on that bike, so it wasn't in my best interest to keep it. I didn't really want to sell it. I didn't care. I wanted, like, that bike meant something to me. The whole Rise from the Ashes and Ride thing, like, my life got destroyed in 2021, and I quit drinking. Um, if you can't tell by watching my videos, I used to do a lot of drugs too. I quit all that in 2021, straightened up, cleaned up my act, got a better job, did my thing, and I wanted to ride so bad, but I didn't have a place to fix that bike. I stayed in my mom's basement for like 8 months, and then get this little trailer crap hole. I mean, it was cheap. It was what it was. Bike sat 4 years. It sat. Is what it is. Moved into my last place, and I had a garage to finally work on it. And over the first winter, I got it to where it was, and I had a bike to ride around, and I'm like, I had a chance to scoop up this Goldwing for really cheap because it needed a little bit of work. So I picked up the 1500, and I just enjoyed it so much that I never messed with the 1200. But it meant a lot to me because getting back on a bike and riding was my inspiration for sobering up and, changing my ways in life and stuff like that. So I really didn't want to see it go to somebody who wouldn't finish it. And what I did with the contest was I had folks find me on Facebook, and I wanted to see your project. Any bike that you worked on, send me a video clip, send me pictures, send me something, let me know that you're serious and you're going to fix it up. And lo and behold, we come up with a winner, and he's got my parts bike, and he's got my blue 1985 Honda Goldwing Interstate, which life gets in the way. The dude's got a few kids. He works a lot of hours. He's done a lot of work to it already. I really like his vision, and I can't wait to see it when it's done. By the way, if you're watching this, homie, you've seen the new garage. You are welcome to bring that bike over here. I will give you, I trust you, dude. I will give you a key to my garage, and you can come over here and work on it here anytime. You use my tools. It is what it is. Sorry about that, man. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is pretty badass here at this place. We got not the highest speed. We got one below it. Better. So we got one below it, and it was literally, to get the next speed up would have been double the price. This was like $30 a month more, I want to say, than the last place. Here, I can do this too. I have this freaking gay ass camera stand. Now I gotta be lit up all kind of bright and shit. So that's going on thumb drive 12. Well, there's a lot of, because it was shot in 4K, so it's going to take a few minutes. I actually got a mic now. One of my viewers actually sent me this because they couldn't hear me on my live, so I rock a mic, and I'm live through the phone. I'd like to get live through the computer with from my GoPro, but the algorithm being the algorithm being what it is, phone lives like this pop up in people's feeds more than if I would go live from my computer. Even if because to go live from the GoPro, you got to do it through the GoPro Quick app, and even if I do that, it still doesn't throw it in rotation like actually going live from a phone. I just Google, YouTube, whatever, the fucking Mark Zuckerberg, all y'all computer geeks just want us glued to our phones, and they like that. So that's the format they want you to use, which is why they push the short videos so hard. I kind of hate it, but I mean, like, seriously, I have this is an inexpensive computer. I mean, it was a funky red color, so I got it on sale, and I seriously think I only paid like $300 for it. It wasn't that expensive. Um, my GoPro, yeah, I have a shit ton of extra batteries. I bought the Hero 10 for what I do. It works fine. The only difference between this and the newer Heroes, you can't use a wireless mic like this, which the Hero 10 and the Media Mod, I don't need a wireless mic to do moto vlogging. So, and when I do my instructional videos, that does a great job. It really does. Like, I don't need to go any further into it than that. I mean, I like motorcycles, and fucking Harley Davidsons are expensive. The prices have gone down, but you know, you want to get into a Harley Davidson Big Twin, you need about $4,000, and you're getting something that you're going to have to work on for $4,000. It is what it is, you know. I got a couple of nice bikes, but you know, I want to go further into it. I want to start putting together some different Harley Davidsons and probably a metric bike or two. I'm working on one. I got a buddy that doesn't understand that I don't care about money. He's got, hopefully you're watching, Charlie, goddammit. He's got a bike that's going to his daughter, and it needs gone through bad. Like, it needs to be made safe for his daughter. He's been putting it off. I'm like, bro, I'll front you the parts. And you can just pay me when you get your tax return, or pay me when you pay me. That's what the motorcycle community is all about. And I've known this dude for 20 years. He's a brother to another mother. I gladly help him out with that. I'm waiting, like, bring your shit over here. Let me, and there'll be videos on that. It's a Suzuki Metric V twin bike. I think it's 800. And it mainly just needs a crap ton of maintenance, some tuning, cleaning up, you know, and just going through to make sure it's a safe bike to learn to ride on. And like I said, I'm willing to do that. Hopefully you'll see that this winter. And I almost want to take on another Goldwing 1200 project, because I have seen so many of them sell so cheap. And just to prove to y'all that, like, look, I didn't go to school to do this. I was poor most all of my life, and that's why I know how to work on motorcycles, because I love motorcycles. And when you're poor and you want to ride a motorcycle, you can either sit back and dream about riding one, or you can buy some old beater or some fucking creation in a box, put it together yourself, make it run and ride it. And that's the kind of stuff I grew up doing with older Japanese bikes, because at the time, that's all I could afford. And that's what this channel is about, teaching people how to do this. I do really thoroughly enjoy making the crow. See? I already messed up. I'm talking instead of paying attention to what I'm doing. I saved that to the wrong spot in my computer. Alright, we have to do that again. To copy, and we gotta go down to here, and we're gonna put it on the USB drive. Alright, I should have noticed that. See, when you put it on the USB drive, you got just the titles that I make up. I saved it to a file that I use. I call it YouTube clips, and when I'm making my what's up, John? No, personal confuser work, not turd polishing. We're doing some personal confuser work. We're saving all the footage from that video I made Sunday, and you know, old school like you, we're saving them to these, and then we're going to clean out the computer so it runs a little faster. So y'all watch the news. Yeah, right. Trust me, Mrs. Phoenix Motorsports gets quite annoyed with that, because, hey, how do I do this? You motherfucker! We're playing one of her games or something, or watching TV, and I got to bug her to help me figure out what I just fucked up on my computer. I can turn a wrench pretty good. Jack Black. Okay, I guess so. I can't play the guitar or sing. I was going more for Charles Manson. Steve. Steve, I don't know who the fuck Steve is. Funny thing, Q&A, add a sticker. Funny thing your pet does. All right, well, I got a little green cheek conure, and he talks. And he's learned to swear. A whole bunch of different shit. So the other day, for Mrs. Phoenix Motorsports' birthday, my mom came over for dinner. And my mom likes birds. She has an African gray parrot and I don't know, some big fucking white bird that talks and shit. Broke out of the Minecraft film. Yeah. So she's holding the bird on her finger and talking to it, and she goes to pet him, and the bird turns his head and bitter. He goes, cocksucker. He says, asshole, fuck you, pendejo. But he'll also say shit like he's a good boy. You know, I want scrambled eggs. You know, he says all kinds of shit. It's just when people's around he does that. I can say, no. My dog's she's getting into the garbage now. This is her new thing. Into the bathroom garbage and getting Kleenex. She doesn't shred them. She picks them up, and for some reason she wants to see them on the kitchen floor and not in the bathroom. I don't know why she's doing this. It is what it is. Whatever. We give her bones to chew on. I keep stepping on them fucking things. That's great. I love that. Did y'all watch the news? You see what happened here near Pittsburgh the other day? Sunday when I was filming this moto vlog? My shit's popping off over here. Dude literally got shot off his motorcycle in front of a Wendy's. What they don't tell you is there's a fucking Dairy Queen right next to it. Right across the street. There's all these kids. And it was Sunday. There's like kids from like a baseball team or something. And it was some kind of motorcycle club thing, man. Guys, I know I can't tell you nothing, but I'm asking you, please. I don't care why you want to kill somebody. That ain't my business. You do you. Please. Not like, if y'all would have went 2 miles down the road and done that, there's nothing but woods 2 miles down the road. There's also a police station 2 miles down the road and one like a mile and a half that way. It's kind of weird why they picked that location. Still, y'all would have followed him for 2 more miles. There wouldn't have been no witnesses and shit. There wouldn't possibly been little kids seeing what happened and fucking them up for the rest of their lives. Like, do what you do, but I'm asking you, please, if you see this, please, take it into consideration. Think about what you're doing and where you're doing it. I don't rock with any MC. I'm not a motorcycle club type of guy. I don't like other human beings that much. And it is what it is. You know, I got a handful of them, that's it. And I got to know you pretty well for me to chill with you, especially to ride with you. So that ain't my world. It's not going to be. I'm asking you guys, please. If you're going to do that, with all due respect, you're going to do something like that, please don't do it around people. Please. It gives the MC world a bad look. The Second Amendment a bad look. It's fucking bad for all of us. Please don't do that. Anyways. This thing is going slow as shit. Everybody must have shit internet. It keeps popping on and off. We have hit 2,000 subs. Which is cool. He's gunning for that. Well, yeah, nothing exciting. We're not working on bikes. We're just doing some goddamn computer work here in the office. Doing our thing. Waiting to go pick Mrs. Phoenix Motorsports up at school. She's going to night school down in Pittsburgh. Mama works all day. She's going to school all night. There ain't nowhere to park. You got to pay to park down there. Holy hell, yeah, dude. Especially too, some of them cars carry chemicals and shit. Train derailments are fucking nasty shit. Uh, this area here, the mill that I work in, man, they load that hydrous ammonia in train cars. That shit, it lays near the ground and it like scorches. If you breathe it, it scorches your lungs. You fucking die like that. That anhydrous ammonia. It's a bad deal. And you keep seeing these big tanker train cars going down the tracks along the river. Folks don't know what's in them. I do because I work in the mill. Oh man, it'd be fucking bad. We've had derailments here. Thank God, no spillages or anything like that's ever happened. It's nice to actually have an office to work in. It's quiet. I probably should get like some of that egg crate shit and put on the walls. Like I thought about because I got an attic, a finished attic above me. That's like this door here takes you up into the attic. It needs some new paneling. The paneling's kind of boogered up, but I'd like to finish the paneling and put an office up there and have a nice big office. The deal is there's no air conditioning up there. It's going to suck in the summer. But I figured if I turned that into an office and maybe made this like a studio, get the foam egg crate, put it on the wall so you're not hearing this crazy echo because these walls are. It's gotten better since I put like some pictures and just hung some shit on the wall. It's gotten a little better, but I don't know. It's all in due time, man. This is a process here. We just started moving here in the middle of August, and it's now the middle of October. I mean, my garage, I still have things to do in the garage. I chose to cut the grass and do some computer work instead of mounting my vise. I have a vise that belonged to my grandfather, and I got to mount it to my workbench. And I had to do a road call on a motorcycle, like seriously 2 weeks ago, and I have some metric tools in a toolbox that need to go back into my main box. I've just been putting it off. Really use metric that often. I own 2 Harleys now, so standard's what I'm going for, but my metric shit needs put away. It's in my to-go box. But this sounded more fun, and I'd already got sweaty cutting the grass and got a shower, so this is what we're doing for a little bit. It's leave here about 2 hours. I got to leave here and pick her up. %, complete. God damn. Man, that light kills me with these glasses on. Y'all can probably see me better. I don't know if it helps to turn it on. Yeah, it ain't that much different with it off. I got another light that I can turn on behind it. There we go. That's a better deal. Yeah, I don't have that bright ass thing. No, I didn't look that up yet. I seen it when I was at work, John, and I didn't click the link to actually see what it was. Triple square set. I'm gonna actually have to click the link and open it. Dude, I've been going nuts, man. I'm working damn near 60 hours a week, and a few nights a week I got to run her to school and back. Between that and living life, if I don't respond to people on Messenger, like you can see that I looked at your shit. Torques, but not. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, it makes sense. I've yet to come across anything like that working on anything that I got. JIS, Japanese Industrial Screwdrivers, is the main thing I use. And anything American I got, it's just a regular Phillips or a slot head. But I don't know. Bike projects will be coming, man. Once the snow flies. Right now, we're still setting the house up the way we want it. Like I said, I want to finish off this attic above me here and turn that into something. I'm not exactly sure what. It might just be a cool room with cool shit. Put some of my models up there. Maybe hang some pews on the wall type of thing, something like that. Well, if I'm never going to use it, then that's why not. But see, you work on so much different stuff. I can understand why you would want that because, dude, you work on bikes from the 1920s. So I get it. Like, you need some wild shit for stuff you work. John, I wish you would do a YouTube channel and show some of them creations in your garage, man. This guy I'm talking to right now, this cat's wild. He's got British motorcycles from like the 1920s on up. And you don't get into the modern stuff that much, but he knows his shit. He's like an encyclopedia of British motorcycles. That's his thing. This is why he gives me so much shit with the turd polishing because I ride Harleys and he's into British bikes, which is an old school biker thing from the 60s, and it's really cool. That's why we bust each other's chops. %48 complete. That was a big ass file. Get that off the computer. It'll speed it up a lot. So, those of y'all watching, I had spoken about starting a second channel. I'm still kicking around the idea, but like a Second Amendment based channel, gun based channel. The three of you that are watching, I can never trust that because it'll say 3, and then I'll look at the thing and it's got fucking 5,000 views. So God only knows. I get more views when I'm in the garage. I get it. Y'all want to see me work on motorcycles. Well, look, I do more than that in life. Triple Square is more of a 2010 plus thing. And vintage Whitworth 370. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really work on too many 2010 plus bikes. Most recent one was a 09, I think. But that's not my gig, man. My gig, as y'all know, is to pull these old bikes out of the weeds that nobody loves anymore. Of course, I got a modern Harley and I have an Evo era Harley. That's what I wanted for me. Those are the ones that won't leave my garage. My modern, my ultra classic, that'll leave my garage in about 3 years. I may buy a new Road Glide 2 to 3 years from now. I'm not sure. This bike runs great. It does everything I need it to do. So I see no reason to get rid of it or trade it in or buy a new one because this one's paid for. And it's nice not having a payment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I sat on a Pearl White and one of the other channels I watch on here, Old Not Dead. Check him out. Really cool channel, Old Not Dead. I believe the guy's in Australia. I don't think it's New Zealand. I think it's Australia. He just bought the bike I want. It's a 2025 Pearl White Road Glide. Beautiful machine. Like the technology on them, like I'm your typical old school guy and I don't like technology. I don't like all the rider aids. Like I would probably ride around in sport mode all the time. It's just where I'm going to leave it, or road mode, you know. But man, you know, my boss, like when I go back to the OBN ride, my boss has a 2022 Street Glide. That thing fucking rips. Like he'll surprise you, and it ain't got much done to it. Like 600cc sport bikes, he'll walk them, which, wow, okay. 1,000cc sport bike, okay, well, you're comparing apples to oranges, but like he has no problem out of the hole and even on the highway. Like you get up next to a sport bike and crack it, and he'll walk you on that thing. It's nutty. I mean, he makes like 3 times the money I make. And to him, it's just like, oh, it's my bike. It's badass, you know. Got the 1930 Scott. It's barn fresh for you to spend your beer fund on. Well, the beer fund's huge because I haven't drank a beer in almost 5 years. But that's that two smoker. If it's going to be a 2 smoker, that's going to be a Kawasaki 750 triple Widowmaker. Or if I could find a 69 H1 that's not. And with them things, the lower end on them, you need all kind of special press tools to rebuild them. It's above my pay grade. Could I do it if I had the tools? I could probably fuck it up once and then do it right. 2-smoke twin, right? I had one. I had a Yamaha RD 125 way back in the day. Didn't know shit about it. Sold it. I was a kid. I tried to ride it like a dirt bike and it wasn't going to get it. I wouldn't mind finding an RD 350 Yamaha to fool with. Those of y'all that into ATVs, the legend that is the Yamaha Banshee. That engine that everybody tweets about, oh, Banshee's the baddest quad. That engine is from like the late '70s, from a fucking street bike. It's the same engine, just different cooling fins, and it has expansion chambers on it. Whereas the stock RD 350 come with like a chrome downpipe. Water cooled is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes. Not a big fan of what Harley does with the whole water cooling on the exhaust valve and water partially. Just make the whole fucking thing water cooled. They got their reasons for doing it, but they push their bike so far to take that style of engine and make it perform the way it does that the exhaust valves get so fucking hot it detonates the fuel before the piston gets up there because that exhaust valve's screaming hot. So to get around that, work around that, and make the bike actually run without running 115 octane race fuel, they did that whole half water cooled head and then an oil cooler. They still run hot, from what I've been told. But I can tell you, my twin cam runs real hot. The rear cylinder, that down pipe on that is right there by your leg, and in the summertime, when you're out in 90, 100 degree weather riding, she'll cook you. Like, my old lady don't like it when we're in traffic because I put them fans on the heads and love jug fans, and it blows that hot air right on her legs. She don't like it at all. She's got to wear tall boots. Yeah, the engineering and the old stuff, when you think about what they were working with and what they actually did, yeah, I feel you on that. I really do. Two strokes vibrate so much, though, man. They vibrate, they're noisy, they piss everybody off. A two-stroke triple just wails like a banshee. But they just wail and they sound fucking cool. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it'd be a cool thing to fool with. Unfortunately, they didn't use the best steel back then. Most of them, if you can find one, the fuel tanks are completely rotted through, the frames are rotted. You're going to spend 12 grand putting one together and making it clean. That's some Kaplan American bullshit. That's some Kenny Kaplan shit, which I don't have Kenny Kaplan money. Yeah, no, you're right on that. The only two smokers I've ridden were metric. 75% complete. We're getting there. Oh yeah. Got to upgrade the computer too. I do things a little bit at a time. I keep a stash of money. Like, I could buy all this cool shit that I want, or I could keep my stash of money for, I don't know, the fucking furnace breaking, important stuff, because I don't know how to fix a furnace. So I have a stash of money for that. I could put a hot water heater in if that would go. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that silk. That thing's cool. I mean, I keep money for my other hobbies. We keep some money set aside to have some fun with them things. And, we keep some money for in case the bike breaks down, parts, maintenance, that kind of stuff. But projects are going to be a while. Cool. Yeah, dude, the XS11s are... Holy hell, you have been here for a while if you remember my red XS11. Dude, that was like 2016-ish, 2015-ish. That was around when I got back into fooling with motorcycles. I took like a 4-year break. I didn't ride. I didn't own a bike. My ex-wife wasn't into it. She wouldn't ride with me. She was a fucking pain in the ass. Ditched her, kept the motorcycle hobby. Much happier. And Mrs. Phoenix Motorsports, I can't leave the house on the bike without her on the back. Hey, man. And she loves riding with me. Yeah, exactly, man. That's where I'm at. The first I call somebody, I don't mess with it. I don't know what I'm doing, and I know I'm man enough to know that when I don't know what I'm doing, don't touch it. That XS11, like they have a cult following. They have a cult following in the UK and a cult following in Australia. They never raced the XS in Europe. They raced them in Australia. I don't really know all of it. Like I got into it a little bit when I had that one, but in 1979, that bike turned the fastest quarter mile of any production motorcycle. I want to say it was 11.2 in the quarter. Dude, if you got a car that does 11.2, you have a fast fucking car. And this is 2025. That bike did that in 1979, and I had one. I probably should have kept that, but I wanted a cruiser bike. I wanted another Honda. I wanted a Shadow. I wanted a V twin, whatever. So I got that bike literally for nothing. I had a truck with a blown up engine, and it still ran, but cylinder number 3 had like 40 pound of compression. The rings were wiped off. It is what it is. But it still ran and drove. It just smoked and sputtered at low RPM. So I traded that truck for that bike. I got the bike non-running. And I told the guy, like, dude, no warranty. I'm telling you, this truck needs an engine. Can you drive it out of here? Yes, but it needs an engine. He's like, well, the bike will run. Yeah. Put it in 5th gear, got it up on the center stand, was able to turn the motor over. Okay, it's not locked up. I'll deal with it. We made the trade. I would have got $300 for that truck. So with that XS, I literally put tires on it, cleaned and tuned the carburetors, adjusted the valve, new spark plugs, new plug caps. The old ones were deteriorated, but the wires were good, so I just trimmed them and put new caps on it. And once I had it tuned in, that thing was a fucking rocket ship, dude. It was ridiculously fast. It scared me. And that's kind of why I wanted another cruiser, just to putt around town and enjoy myself. Plus, I drank back then. If y'all remember, I drank a lot. And I was known to bar hop, and I just didn't want to bike that fast. I wanted a cruiser to sit back and go have a couple beers at this bar, ride 10 miles that way, have a couple beers. I used to do that stupid shit back then before I quit drinking. I should have kept that XS. There was a couple different styles. I had the one that had a little bit of a toaster tank, and to me personally, that style was ugly. I like the one, like the Midnight Special style tank. It's more of a swoop back. I don't know how you want to put it. There was a lot of 80s bikes that had a tank that looked like that. It was so much better looking. Whatever, man. Bikes of the past. I keep all the pictures. I think, what did I get? I think I got $1,800 for that bike in 2015, maybe 2016. I had 300 into it. And I kind of wanted to do this, what I'm doing now with Phoenix Motorsports. Kind of wanted to do it back then. I didn't have the room in my garage. It was what it was. My life was totally different then. Now, this is my thing. We bought those old Gold Wings. We fixed them up. We flipped them. We bought a Shadow. We fixed it up. We flipped it. The Roadstar, really flipped that, but it is what it is with that. I just did a deal with that, a different deal. But that was my deal, to bring bikes like that XS11 back to life, because I do I'm pretty good with them. The older multi-carbureted Japanese bikes. If you know your shit, really, you don't have to generally don't have to go much further than adjusting valves, synchronizing and tuning carburetors, and they run like a bitch. I knew a guy that had one. Oh, dude. That thing had a Kirker 4-in-1, and it was gutted. It had a baffle cap in it, but the muffler itself was gutted. I pulled that baffle cap. Oh my God, it hurt my ears. And back then I rocked a full face. Yeah, I had to put that baffle cap back in it. It was just, the whole can was hollow, all the packing, and the pipe that goes through the baffle with the holes in it, I don't know the exact word for it, that was chopped off, so it was just the cap with one little hole and 4 holes drilled, actually punched with a screwdriver around it. So I added a few more holes to that, and then I had to tune the carburetors again for that. But all right, that has finally loaded. glasses. That is finally loaded, so let me get the next one. Intro 2, copy. Paste. Oh, hell yeah, dude. The KZ series, like I said, I'm just Kawasaki shim under bucket valve adjustment on them, and I hate dealing with them. I do. I hate it. But the original Mad Max, how can you not like that movie and not like the KZ 1000? You dig? You know, that kind of watching that movie is what, when I was a little kid, my dad's friends would show up on old slab side shovel heads and stuff. And that's what got me into bikes, seeing them custom pimped out shovel heads. But then when I got a little older, it's just like, 4, 5, 6 years old, I'm hanging out at my dad's and 2 or 3 guys would show up on bikes like that. And I got a little older and I saw the movie Mad Max when I was like 7, 8. I'm like, ooh, that bike's cool. And I ended up getting a CB 750 single cam when I was in high school. My first bike was a little Honda CL 350 Scrambler. Rode it for one summer, got my license, and moved up to a CB 750 single cam. Was my first big street bike in 1997. So I was old school when I was old school, before old school was cool. 900. Shimano 650 is I got you. Put it this way. It's more of a pain in the ass to adjust the valves on that than it is on a single overhead cam CB 750. That's why I don't like them. I really like what Kawasaki did with the VN 750 Vulcan. I had one of those. Those had a little teeny tiny lifter and they had hydraulically adjusted valves. You never had to mess with them. The GL 1200 and the GL 1500 had a valve adjustment system like that. Little tiny lifters under. Never adjust your valves. Never fool with it. I've yet to fool with the GL 1800. Those are the bucket and shim bullshit valve adjustments. But they're also fuel injected. On the 1500 Goldwing, you're only dealing with 2 carbs. If you got to rebuild and clean carbs, it's a bitch. It takes 2 hours just to get the carbs out of the bike. Yeah, that is another machine there, the Concourse 1000. That's like a touring bike that rides like a fucking super bike. Like they're sick. That's a whole nother ball of wax, and I've seen them around too. Like, I don't know what other motorcycle channels you follow. What's his name? Joe the Mountain Jedi, Shade Tree Surgeon's homeboy. He's got a Concourse that he's messing with, and I watched a little bit of that, but lately I just haven't had time to watch my YouTube shit between making YouTube videos, moving into his house, taking care of his house, working on that last bike project. It just is what it is. So I haven't been following. But the Concourse, that's a machine. That's a comfortable machine that also goes fast and handles. I have seen lately 3 or 4 Kawasaki Voyager 1200s for sale in my area, and I thought about maybe fooling with that over a Goldwing, simply because I have changed enough stators in 1200 Goldwings, and that's still your angular 1980s squared off style. They weren't just built to be comfortable, they were built to perform. They scream, they're comfortable, they have all the amenities. I don't ride cross country, dude. I live 10 minutes from work, but it's nice to have a touring bike because I can put my hard hat, my gloves, my safety gear, all my bullshit, my thermos, and my lunch in the bags and scoot on off to work. Whereas if I'm going to ride something like my Super Glide, I need a big ass book bag, or I got it since I'm 10 minutes away. I take my shit over there in my car and lock it up in my locker and ride the bike over. I don't like doing all that. Fix up on VMAX. Like regardless. You're a dick. Dude, a VMAX would be badass, but it depends on I don't know if I don't know like all my subs. Like if you're seeing the XS11 from some of my shorts and some of the different pictures, okay. If you go back to spring of this year, I was fooling with a Yamaha